Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Matt.
And I'm Nina.
And today we're talking again about dance. So, I've seen a few dance performances in my life, and sometimes it's amazing. So, Nina, what are your favorite dance performances to watch?
Ooh, there are so many. Obviously, I think everyone loves watching like hip-hop and breakdancing. But I've definitely taken an interest in contemporary dancing.
Okay.
I think it's really beautiful, and there's almost always a story that they're trying to tell, and you can kind of make your own story as it goes, right? You can kind of imagine what the situation is and just enjoy the movements.
Okay, well, that's great. That's great to enjoy dance.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I travel, I like to go to watch like a traditional dance performance.
Yeah.
So some of the really interesting ones I've seen is in Bali, in Indonesia. There's Balinese traditional dance.
Ooh, I think I've seen it on TV before.
It's very interesting because while they dance with their bodies, the most important part is their movements with their eyes.
Oh, wow.
So they hold their eyes very wide open and do very interesting movements with their eyes as they dance.
Oh, and also they have really cool outfits too,
That's
right?
right. And another one that I enjoyed was in Turkey.
Yeah.
And it was called whirling dervishes. So it's actually these men who spin very fast as they dance, and it's very impressive how much and how long they can spin for without getting dizzy.
Wow, that sounds super cool. And I also love Bollywood dancing. But as many different types of dances there are to enjoy, let's get into this dialogue where they actually see a couple different dances, right?
Fred and Ginger are at a dance festival.
What do you think of the dances so far?
I enjoyed the ballet because it had a story. However, I didn't get the contemporary dance at all.
Contemporary dances can be rather abstract, so I try to enjoy the dance itself and how it makes me feel.
Okay, so today we're talking about enjoying dance, part C.
All right, so we have two new characters today. So Fred and Ginger are at a dance festival. So these two people are at a place where you can watch lots of different dances. It's a festival, so it's lots of people coming together to celebrate something or to enjoy something together. In this case, it is dance.
Yes. So here, Ginger asks Fred, what do you think of the dances so far?
All right, well, Fred responds, I enjoyed the ballet because it had a story. Okay, so ballet is one kind of really traditional dance where I think a lot of times when you think of when I think of a dancer, I automatically think of a ballerina, which is someone who does ballet.
Yeah.
And you think of that, it's what's called a tutu, which is the little skirt that ballerinas wear.
The fluffy skirt, yeah.
All right, Fred continues. However, I didn't get the contemporary dance at all.
Yeah, I think contemporary is what I mentioned earlier that I really enjoy watching because you can kind of make up your own story, right? So Ginger responds, contemporary dances can be rather abstract. So I try to enjoy the dance itself and how it makes me feel. Okay, so she said that contemporary can be rather abstract. So in this case, rather means quite or kind of, or to a certain degree. For example, it's rather cold today. Or rather can also be used as instead or more than expected. Like, I would rather do something than do something else. So for example, I would rather stay home than go out.
All right, well, she said that those contemporary dances can be rather abstract. So when a kind of art like dance or music or paintings are abstract, it means they're not trying to show anything that is real.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下刚刚对话里提到的单字跟文法重点。首先来看看单字的部分。第一个 rather 副词相当非常。The movie was rather interesting. 那部电影相当有趣。下一个单字 abstract 形容词抽象的。The painting is very abstract. 这幅画非常抽象。文法的部分，老师们提到了这两个短语。第一个 so far 到目前为止，这是一个时间副词片语。我们来看看这个例句 So far, everything has gone well. 到目前为止，一切都很顺利。下一个文法 Somebody doesn't get something at all. 某人完全不懂某事物。Get 在这里的意思是理解、明白 ，not at all 表示完全不，一点也不。我们来看看这个例句 Roger didn't get the story at all. Roger 完全不懂这个故事在说什么。那我们接着回到课文当中。
So, for example, some dances, like the ballet that they watched, tell a story. So you can watch it and they're trying to tell a story. You know, in the Nutcracker ballet, the dancer is dressed as a nutcracker. You know that that is the Nutcracker. But in an abstract dance, they're not trying to be anything, and you just have to kind of feel the dance and feel the emotion. So it's not a real thing that you can think of that you could touch, but it's more about feelings.
Well, the dance that's coming up makes me feel a lot of things.
Really? Flamencos do that to me too.
Yeah, there's so much power and control in each step.
And the music is full of soul.
The mix is incredible.
Welcome back, everybody. So before the break, we were talking about Fred and Ginger at the dance festival. And Fred really enjoyed the ballet performance. However, he didn't quite get or understand the contemporary dance, right? But Ginger said that it's more abstract and you can kind of just enjoy it by feeling it and watching it, right?
That's right. Okay, so Fred responds, well, the dance that's coming up makes me feel a lot of things. So Fred is saying that the dance that's coming up, so the dance that will be next or will be later in the day, is causing him to have lots of feelings, feel a lot of things. He doesn't go into detail about what kinds of feelings, but it's causing him to have feelings, so it must be something powerful.
Yes, and Ginger responds, really? Flamencos do that to me too. Okay, so it's like a Spanish dance, right? Flamenco.
It's a style of dance. And so I think when you say flamencos, we're meaning flamenco dances. So these kinds of dances do that to her too. So they also make her feel things.
Yeah, I remember watching a show in Spain while I was there, and it was definitely very exciting, very intense, and it did make me feel a lot of things too.
Fred says, yeah, there's so much power and control in each step.
So it had a lot of control. The person dancing needs to have a lot of control in each step. Control is power to make things happen your way. So, for example, he lost control of the car on the icy road. And Ginger responds, and the music is full of soul.
All right, so the word soul there. Ginger says the music is full of this soul. And you might think of a soul is something that a person has inside of them. It's their non-physical person. So the person that you can't touch, it's the feelings and the thinking and the emotions is someone's soul. But when we talk about, music or art or, even food having soul, we mean that it has emotion, has a strong emotion within it. So if the music is full of soul, it has strong emotion and it causes you to feel strong emotion. And you might get that from lots of different kinds of art. Not just music, but also when you visit an art gallery, you might say, this painting really has soul because it causes me to
feel things.
To cry.
Okay.
刚刚对话有提到这两个单字，第一个 control 名词，掌控、控制。The manager doesn't have control of his team. 经理无法掌控他的团队。下一个单字 soul 名词，灵魂。The artist poured his soul into the painting. 艺术家将他的灵魂注入这幅画作中。pour 指的是倒入、注入。文法的部分刚刚提到了这个短语 Something is coming up, 某事即将到来。Come up 在这里惯用进行式来表示。The summer vacation is coming up soon. 暑假即将到来。那我们回到课文当中。
Fred then says, the mix is incredible.
Okay, so the mix, I'm guessing of the dance, right? The mix, a combination of different things. For example, the trail mix had nuts, chocolate, and dried fruit.
All right, and he said that mix, the mix of dances is incredible. So incredible is a word that means something is amazing or very impressive. But when you actually look at the word incredible, it actually means in its meaning that it is something that is difficult or something that is not believable. So it has the same meaning as unbelievable. And what we mean when we say something is incredible or unbelievable, we mean that it's so amazing that it's difficult to believe. So it's like, I don't even know if I can believe this because it's so impressive or so amazing.
Okay, so it sounds like they really enjoyed the dance shows that they saw at the festival, huh?
Because of that incredible mix of dances.
Exactly.
刚刚对话有提到这两个单字，第一个 mix 名词，结合、混合。The mix of colors creates a beautiful design. 颜色的结合创造出一个美丽的设计。下一个单字 incredible 形容词，令人惊艳的。The view from the top of the mountain is incredible. 山顶的景色令人惊艳。以上是今天的讲解，同学们要记得复习哦。
And hopefully, we will also get to join a dance festival ourselves and enjoy all these different types of dances.
That's right. It looks like Fred and Ginger enjoyed themselves at a dance festival, so maybe you can find a dance festival near you for you to go watch and enjoy just like them. We'll see you guys next time.
Fred and Ginger are at a dance festival.
What do you think of the dances so far?
I enjoyed the ballet because it had a story. However, I didn't get the contemporary dance at all.
Contemporary dances can be rather abstract, so I try to enjoy the dance itself and how it makes me feel.
Well, the dance that's coming up makes me feel a lot of things.
Really? Flamencos do that to me too.
Yeah, there's so much power and control in each step.
And the music is full of soul.
The mix is incredible.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单字跟文法。单字的部分 rather 副词，相当、非常。control 名词，掌控、控制。soul 名词，灵魂。mix 名词，结合、混合。abstract 形容词，抽象的。incredible 形容词，令人惊艳的。接着我们来看文法的部分。So far 到目前为止。So far, this is my favorite song on the album. 到目前为止，这是整张专辑中我最喜欢的一首歌。 Somebody doesn't get something at all. 某人完全不懂某事物。Reggie didn't get the joke at all. Reggie 完全不懂这个笑点。Something is coming up. 某事即将到来。Let's do something for Dolly. Her birthday is coming up. 我们为 Dolly 做点什么吧，她的生日快到了。好啦，以上是今天的重点单字跟文法，那我们下次再见喽，拜拜。
Indigenous means native to the area. And in Taiwan, we have 16 officially recognized indigenous communities. Today, we will introduce to you a theme park known as the Formosan Aboriginal Culture Village. Nowadays, the more accepted way to say Aboriginal is indigenous because many people consider the term Aboriginal to have a negative connotation. But for the sake of the lesson, we will use the word Aboriginal because it's the name of the park. Let's find out more about this popular theme park. Formosan Aboriginal Culture Village is in Yuchi Township near Sun Moon Lake. It's a well-known theme park in central Taiwan. The park has 3 main areas: the beautiful European Palace Garden, the exciting amusement aisle, and the cultural indigenous villages. Regardless of age, the park has something for everyone. In addition to fun rides, Formosan Aboriginal Culture Village is also famous for its plant life. Cherry blossom season is every spring from February to March. The park holds the Formosa Cherry Blossom Festival. It's very beautiful when the cherry trees are flowering. Besides cherry blossoms, you can also see Spanish lavender here from March to April every year. Seems like a great place to spend time with family and friends. And remember, it's best to use the word indigenous when speaking about the group of people who are native to Taiwan. It's always good to be mindful of using terms that are respectful to people from all communities.